Hi guys, we're picking up at turn 44 of our coronavirus game of MA Asphodel here. So turn 44, let's see, we're trading aggressively with Bandar Log, that's nice to see. A little bit of Facia, not sure what we sent him, maybe I should check our outgoing diplomacy. We're starting to turn up the augury engine here. Um, it's in cast looking about for our fire sites. If we find one, an enchanted pyre. So like all this site searching is going to take like almost a year, over a year to pay off. We find Grove of Evergreens, which is a nature site. That's nice. Take control of Ripe Woods. No resistance. There's a battle in Vanarus, on Vanarus's capital. Let's take a look. So Agartha moved his god on here. I just paused it. His god is fighting outside of his dominion. So max hit points is 130, but with the never healing wound, it's actually 106. He still gets lots of bonus from his XP, and he's still got all of his paths. So we're going to watch closely to see what he casts. So the important items he has here is magic resistance, which gets his magic resistance up to 19, which is high but not impossibly high. He has regeneration, so that's going to be 11 hit points per turn. Boots of the Behemoth is trample. Black steel full plate is just lots of armor. Same thing with the dragon helmet. Lots of armor and a little bit of fire resistance, but he already had fire resistance. And the enchanted pike is just for the repels, but this doesn't matter because he won't be repelling because we're going to harass him down. Now, encumbrance would normally be an issue with the black steel full plate. It's not going to be an issue because he is undead. So he's not going to suffer too much from that. So he casts personal regeneration. So this is 22 hit points per turn now. Personal regeneration works on him because he is undead, but he is not inanimate. If I look at my undead troops are undead and inanimate, which means that they are unable to take regeneration as a bless. We're getting things cast here. I didn't expect him to do this, so I've got all of my spells turned on. So it's personal regen, quicken self. And he might get interrupted here. Temper flesh, so damage resistance. And I would guess Iron Skin might be coming next. Maybe he's out of his buff cycle. That could be it. Soul Vortex? No. No, I think his buff cycle is done. No, there it is, Fire Shield. Fire Shield is his final buff. An excellent, excellent buff against my troops. Let's have a look at that. Fire Shield's right here. So, it's surrounded by a powerful shield of flames which strike anyone that attacks. Now, Fire Shield works so that if I am attacking him with a short weapon, it's quite likely that I will hit the fire shield and take 12 points of fire damage. My guys will die like flies to 12 points of fire damage. And all of my troops have a length 0 weapon. So the Sleep Vines is length 3, but each troop has a length 0 weapon. So they're going to just evaporate here. Now let's take a look at what I'm doing. So my units, I keep them all on an advance and cast spells. That's my general rule. Unfortunately, like we're still casting because I'm casting a lot of big slow spells that have over 100% cast time. That a relatively few of my troops have actually started advancing, like this guy. This guy was going to hopefully cast Dust to Dust. We don't have to worry about the Blood Vengeance, thankfully. Yeah, thankfully. So magic resistance isn't super important. But yeah, let's take a look at what we've got. We've got Howl. It's not twice as effective because we're not in a forest or mountain. So we're going to be seeing wolves come in on the side. They're terrible, but hopefully they get trampled instead of my own units. Relief gives an extra fatigue reduction roll to all of my units. It's perfect for casting lots of spells. Foul Vapors is actually just going to hurt me this battle. Foul Vapors causes poison damage. He has 34 poison resistance. It's just not going to hurt him. But it is going to hurt my troops. Because I have troops like this that only have 15 poison resistance, and I have other troops that only have 5 poison resistance. Natural Rain, I have it. It's totally unnecessary. Fire Shield is not an aura effect. If he had like a heat aura right now, then yes, Natural Rain would be helpful, but it does me no good right now. It doesn't hurt me though, so that's nice. So yeah, let's watch this guy trample all of my units to death. All dying. Let's see how he's doing. So he has 106 max HP. He's down to 82. So he is taking damage. We'll wait until he comes back into the screen here. Maybe speed it up a little bit. There he goes. Pause. 79 hit points. He's taking some damage. So he won't be able to trample on my mammoths. He's size 6. And he appears to have stopped moving there. Its fatigue went up. 50 points of damage, 50 health points. When he's fatigued out, he's quite vulnerable actually. It'd be really nice if he stayed fatigued out. So he's back up to 60. Sadly, fatiguing him out permanently is not an option. Yeah, there's all kinds of things hitting him. 28 hit points. And his morale's broken now. So we did get him. We're going to lose some of our troops. This is going to be the world's longest combat log, so we'll just skip down here. Our Centaur Hierophant killed him. Not even a black Centaur. So it was one of our thugs cast a Dust to Dust for 25 points of damage. Dust to Dust is armor negating, I'm pretty sure. It's very effective single target damage. It was kind of what I hoped would win. That's this unit over here. I don't think I can click on him. Oh no, there he is. Yeah, this is my Dust to Dust caster that just killed a god. Very impressive, bud. So yeah, just because we won the battle, I think we still lose. Oh no, we don't lose any of our mages there. We lose one sacred. We lose a whole bunch of chaff. The chaff just disappeared. He gets 217 kills on 146 units. So 146 units, that means that a lot of his kills were on the Howl Wolves. That all counts. I had Swarm castings in there. He killed them. I had Horde of Skeletons. He killed all that. So he's got some big numbers there. But his god is dead now. Agartha attacks Independence. So he looks like he's breaking siege here with a little... He tried to get cute. Yeah, what's he doing here? So 3 earth means he can do earth elementals, a major and a minor, but earth elementals aren't the strongest elementals in these situations. You'll note that Agartha still has his bless, so he keeps his bless until end of turn. This is unfortunate because this is pure mages. In any other situation, with any research, bud, any research. Well, not any research. You want Frozen Heart here. Frozen Heart is the spell. Ghost Grip is sleeping. That's nice. So Ghost Grip, but unfortunately it doesn't compare to crossbows. Crossbows win. Because these guys have no defense, so crossbows just annihilate them. That's a lot of mages to lose. And then the last battle of the turn is inside Vanarus. So Vanarus still has his bless because his god just died this turn, so he still has his bless until the turn rolls. So he gets all of these ancient stone hurlers on the walls. They're all sacred. I think this is one of the... No, this is the only nation, I'm pretty sure, that has sacred wall defense in castles. Now, you'll notice that a lot of my globals aren't going off, and that's because I didn't actually have enough. I wasn't anticipating this move, so I didn't have enough gems on my units to handle a gem bait. My logic was either he was going to ride out with enough troops that there wasn't going to be enough left in the castle, or he wasn't going to ride out at all, and then I wouldn't need to worry about a gem bait. So I was wrong, and I'm going to end up paying for this. Now, all of his units are blessed. You can see the little red lines every time a Blood Vengeance procs. He's gone Berserk, which means I'm going to have to fight these units till the death. And we can just really increase max speed here. And we'll just see how long this goes on for. The nice spell to have here would have been Rigor Mortis. That's the spell I really wanted to have. Because these guys just fatigue out. And we could have had them fatigue out really quickly if we had Rigor Mortis. Yeah, we have many skeletons. This guy's proccing Drain Life all the time, that's awesome. Drain Life is good because if it does hit, then you gain health, even though the Blood Vengeance is hitting you. Now, we do lose a Panic Apostate here. It's our Water Panic Apostate, but he lives again as a Carrion Lord. So that's great. Oh my goodness, finally this stupid story event chain is over. So we go in, kill the Bloodhenge Druids, and we loot the stolen treasures and get our prisoner back. So we get this adventure, we get some gems, and we get this Wand of Wildfire. Province income, nice. Taxes, nice. That's like a luck 3 turn. And we're starting to destroy the walls here in Shinuyama. So we have a window of opportunity here. Well, Agartha's god is dead. His bless was up this turn, but it won't be up until he gets his god back. So it's go time. We need to pop Shinuyama as quickly as possible. We need to move on to a Mikra, which we are with everything we've got, and kind of move up to his cap and limit the resources he can get. So we're raiding here heavily. We're going to see what we can do here. We're going to kind of just push into this general area, and we're going to get enough troops on Shinuyama that we can pop this thing and take Shinuyama down. I'm still preaching. I really should have stopped preaching at this point because this god was dead. I'm just hurting myself by preaching at this point. Let's look at the messages I'm sending out. See, this will give you guys an idea of like what my typical trades look like every turn. I got a bottle of living water and a message to Bandar because he's looking for living water bottles. I have no idea. It's something about going underwater. I'm talking about getting more stone idols from Ulm to keep my dominion down. And I'm trading Phasia 11 air gems for 11 water. I don't really want water. It doesn't do me much good. But I don't need air, and by trading gems to Phasia, it basically just trade improves relationships. So I presume that he will like me more because I am giving him the kinds of gems that he very much needs, like statistics, pretenders of the world. Let's look at Phasia. He can use the heck out of air gems. Air is an excellent combat path. So I'm sure he can spend every air gem we give him. Yeah, so that's turn 44. We just took our third cap. And we need to continue pressuring Vanarus. So let's check out turn 45. Okay, a little bit of trading. We get Sea King's Court off this turn, nice. So we've got a water 3 here that we can give boosters to. We're starting to cast specters, so we hit Conjuration 6 last turn, and that's what's going on with this casting of Sea King's Court and these specters. We want an Astral Spectre, because we can use that with our army to protect against Mind Huts. Wellspring of Secrets. Water Site. Excellent. Yeah, Felden Forest. So we're raiding adjacent to Agartha's capital. That's nice. Facey attacked Nabaa and won. Nabaa's been AI for ages, so I'm not too worried about that. Bandar Log attacking Ulm, basically an undefended province. That's nice. Omikra, we go in. This is just us putting his one of his forts under siege. I think we had lost some thugs here earlier, but it's no match for an actual army. Devi of Darkness. Let's check this out. So this is him grabbing a. This is Bandar Log grabbing a throne. So we've got a Moonblade. So this is against Magic Beans. It's also decent length and generally high damage, but Magic Beans, it will evaporate them. Scotata Volturnus gives Shocking Grasp. That gets cast every turn. Charcoal Shield is a Fire Shield, less powerful than the Blessed Fire Shield. Enchanted Helmet is like the worst helmet in the game. Copper Plate is Shock Resistance. Winged Shoes for probably mobility. I don't think he actually wants it in combat. And then Amulet of Anti-Magic. So this thing is a super combatant. And it is going to clear a throne. And it has 27 protection and damage resistance. It has no regen. And it has Cursed Luck, which is unfortunate. He's also got it on cast spells, which I would keep it on something. I would keep it on attack. I would use that Moonblade. Like, these things are Magic Beans. They should just get chunked down. Now, Earth Elementals can only decrease by a maximum 1 size each turn, so they're actually somewhat resistant to this kind of damage. So the Lightning Blasts you see go off are the Shocking Grasp from the Scotata Volturnus. The Burning is from the Fire Shield when units attack it. And the huge damage procs are when this guy actually attacks, like 113 damage, that's an attack. This guy has all kinds of experience. Remember, his Bless is weak. So it's Revigoration, Undying, and Blood Surge. Revigoration and Blood Surge is his actual Bless, and Undying is from the Throne of Death. Oh, we ping something? This is cool. Oh, he moved some troops in there. There's no PD there, but he put some troops there. That's what's going on. So I saw there was no PD, so I went for it last turn. We raid this province from Agartha with our troops, pile of garbage troops. Omikra gets hit by a barbarian horde. What? Oh, so we're sieging it, and then we got attacked by a barbarian horde. So we're going to storm the cat. We one turn pop it, thankfully, so we're going in this turn. Still haven't managed to pop Shinuyama yet. I believe the message on Shinuyama is that we've done quite well on the walls. Critically damaged, but not quite through. There's a drain event, and there's going to be some random stuff. Yeah, nothing really major. There's a well-planned barbarian attack on Omikra. Alright, let's check out turn 46. Okay, more trading with Ulm and Bandar Log. Bandar Log claims the throne he took last turn. Oh, Ulm claims the Golden Throne. The Golden Throne would be nice. Throne of Might, not so nice. Transformation, we get a bad result. This guy turned into some kind of lizard. Spectre, still fishing for astral randoms. No magic sense find, we get another profit from Agartha, that's great. Facey is still trying to kill AI Nabaa. Bandar log is moving in um, on a huge PD dump here. It's like 30 PD. Why not defend this with mages? It's crossbow PD too. Not crossbow PD, archer PD. This is not a good PD type. It's about a 30 gold. Sorry, not 30 gold. Like 30 PD. These dispossessed spirits are ethereal, so they are actually going to be pretty hard to hit. And the lizard warriors are just excellent units. They hit fairly hard. And it looks like we've got archer support and soul play support. So the combination of the hard to kill dispossessed spirits, the extremely killy lizards, archer support, and soul slay support. You just got an effective army there. Yeah, lizard warriors, very killy. Soul slays only got 4. Bandar archers only got 8. It's the lizard warriors that do it for you. The dispossessed spirits are also important. Yeah, Bandar log attacked here. Jaberna, no defense. Bandar log raiding again. Okay, and then Cradle of Life, where we are raiding. We take that. And we take the Fortress of Omikra. No mage losses. That's what the important bit is. Maybe we could look at this. This is Agartha now no longer has units that can help him. Like these things come from summons. Now, I'm not casting the ideal spells here. I think it's Rigor Mortis, Natural Rain, Fell Vapors, and Howl. The Fell Vapors is going to hurt these guys. These troops don't, unlike the other mages that Agartha has, don't have natural poison resistance. So we should be able to see some action in the back here from, there it goes, it just procced here. From Foul Vapors. As you can see, Howl is also going to cause some problems back here. It doesn't, the wolves are like some of the worst units in the game. They'd have to be heavily buffed up with spells to be useful. But they can surround mages, and the mages were already weak from the Foul Vapors and fatigued out from Rigor Mortis, generally making an efficient battle. So I blow lots of gems here, but we have a victorious result and relatively minor casualties. Unfortunately, we get this event here. Barbarian Horde. Now remember, we just got attacked by barbarians in Omikra last turn. They attack again this turn. And because we just took the province, it means that we get under siege by the barbarians. And we don't actually know how many there are because we had no province defense. So I lose a step here on Agartha, and I have to break siege to come out. Now I'm still going to be a little bit sneaky. I've got this unit and this unit here. I've got one more of these guys. Here he is. Yeah, on sneak and attack. So sneak and attack, I can still get out from under the siege. I'm going to try and put his capital under siege using a sneak attack. I need to have a normal attack to break the siege in order to get my sieging army out of here. Now, I had prepped with the intention of sieging his capital this turn, but if my army's trapped here, I don't want to move part of my army onto his cap. I want to move either nothing or everything. So I'm losing a turn to free the army before I move out. So the army that I had further forward is going to be double raiding rather than going to his capital. Now if you look, that I have raided enough here to cut off all income to his cap. Finally we break through Shinuyama, so we're storming with just about everything but not quite, because I've learned from my mistakes. So I know to leave at least one unit out, so this guy's going to stay out and preach. I'm preaching because I'm paranoid about him getting his god back. He doesn't have his god back yet, but I'm still paranoid about it. We clear some scouts off of this area. Now I wasn't patrolling this before because I didn't have a fort there, I only really patrol when there's forts, so that's why you're seeing us scouts get discovered there. Same with here, more patrolling. For another picture of what I'm sending off to Bandar Log, I've got uh, more water stuff going to Bandar Log. I've got 20 earth gems. He doesn't send me 4 girdles, so I don't remember what he sends me. I send Uruk a stupid number of astral pearls. Uruk can make good use of astral pearls, and he's sending me death gems in exchange. He can't use death gems. Normally I would have liked to save those astral pearls, but it's going to be good for my relations to trade with Uruk. I'd love to save for a ring of wizardry. I have a ring of sorcery. I'd love to have a ring of wizardry. That would finish my boosting of all my paths. It would allow me to build a rod of elemental mastery, and really climb high in all paths. Now, I don't feel a lot of pressure to get up high in different paths right now. So I think it's okay to trade for gems, especially like gems that I can use. So I'm going to continue using all of my gems every turn, if possible, as long as I feel that I'm efficiently using those gems to improve my game. Let's check out turn 48, and then we'll stop. Can't remember. I think we're at turn 49 in real life. Yeah, so we're one short. We're just one short of where I am in the game. So yeah, specters are going off. Voice of Apsu, I find a mercury pawn. That's 2 water gems. Find a magic site. Lilium Veil is 1 death gem. We assassinate. I feel like this is the wrong turn, but maybe I'll stop here. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I'm skipped a turn here, guys. I'm sorry. Are we actually on turn 47? Or even like 46? Maybe we'll try turn 46. Yeah, so turn 46 was what we're at. And what's turn 47? Did I overwrite the wrong turn? No, this is fine. This is good, actually. So yeah, I jumped to turn 48. I skipped turn 47, I'm pretty sure. So yes, turn 47 is actually the one where we take Shinuyama. Shinuyama, relatively undefended. His Pretender God, I'm pretty sure, had some of these gargoyles before, or maybe it was these golem crafters. They land and they kill one of my mages immediately. It's just a beautiful attack. My mages really aren't that tough. We get Relief, Foul Vapors, and Rigor Mortis off. Probably overkill for a battle like this. But I knew he didn't have too many mages, and I was actually short on mages myself, so I decided more battlefield-wide enchantments the better. So we lose a Black Dryad. Luckily it was Twiceborn, so that's great. And then we're going to pop over here and grab this province, and we're going to secure this province by moving a stone idol onto here. It's a heretic to reduce our dominion, and summon a few carrion lords, because it's carrion centaurs rather, to build up some defense here. I generally want to have chaff at any of my hard points. So we kill the barbarians, not even worth watching, but there's 35 of them, and I lose a handful of carrion beasts. Successfully raid this province, successfully lose this province. Now, this is fun, because I had anticipated this from the turn before. There's an Oracle of the Ancients here. It has a Starfire Staff. It is a slow to recruit, kept only sacred. Expensive too. I have shifted my hero, Pancratos, the Apostatic Warrior. And he is kitted out as an assassin with Creeping Doom and a bottle of living water. So just an absolute assassin from hell there. So we're ready to assassinate that guy and hopefully strand this army. We move our thugs onto Agartha's cap. So if you can see, each of them are surrounded by harpies. The reason for this is Soul Vortex uses a lot of fatigue. But Soul Vortex also harvests fatigue from the surrounding units. So if we check what these guys' actual fatigue is, normally they'd be fatigued out here, but this guy's at 79. This guy's at 127. Now he's at 117. Now he's at 72. So normally in Drain 3 and Cold, my guys wouldn't be able to get off a full buff cycle here. And they don't both end up getting a full buff cycle, but at least this guy does. This guy's retinue runs away, which means that he loses his battery, which means that his fatigue actually stays high. So this guy's going to be fatigued out when the enemy hits, and this guy is going to be just barely fatigued out. So we'll run it at normal. Thankfully this guy gets surrounded pretty quickly, and with Soul Vortex his hit points are going to go up. This guy doesn't get surrounded by the good troops, he gets surrounded by these guys that hit quite hard. Have Dark Vision 100, these guys have Dark Vision 50, so like, yeah, these pale ones are going to do some damage to this unit. Thankfully he has liquid body, so it makes it unlikely for him to take an affliction. So yeah, this guy's hit points just go up, up, and away, because he's doing awesome, and this guy basically struggles to stay alive for the rest of the battle. Yeah, he didn't even get Enlarge off. Yeah, Breath of Winter. Really, I probably should have gone Enlarge. But we win. 25 PD down the drain. We could have lost those troops, like we lost all of the units that we sent on there earlier. This guy gets Heroic Quickness, which is an awesome trait. And we're just going to keep raiding along with him. Raid, raid, raid. Now that we've opened the path here, it's time to move everything on. This is everything that's moving on to the province. This is going to be a one-turn pop, but I still don't want to risk fighting his god, because I don't know if his god is back yet. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. More gems to Uruk. More gems to Ulm. That's nice. 48, and then I'm going to stop it, because we're getting dangerously close to my current turn. Yeah, so we grab this province. This is another Black Dryad, again, thankfully twice born, so he's going to be reanimating for the rest of his life. We raid successfully here. We get another heroic trait, enormous strength this time. Raid successfully here, that's nice. And we're basically cleaning up Agartha, because we've put his fort under siege. No battles here. We can look at the assassination attempt. So, assassination attempt, bottle of living water gives a water elemental that turns into an ice elemental in cold. So it starts as an ice elemental, size 5 versus a size 4. Creeping Doom gives me 70 pieces of chaff. Now, what's important about this battle is Divine Blessing just went off. So I can look at this guy and see his buffs, and I can see that his Incarnate Bless is back online. So I know that his god is back. Oh yeah, Blade Wind does a lot of damage. Thankfully, all of these troops have Tiny Sting, which do poison damage. This guy doesn't not have poison resistance. And there's so many of them, he doesn't have defense or really much hope either. All of my bugs are going to die to Blood Vengeance every time they hit him. But he dies to poison eventually. So yeah, he kills 8 bugs. Painful, painful loss of bugs right there. So there's no units here, so we can move in. I just move in a bunch of garbage here, really. We can split these guys up to raid. We're gonna take this and this. Bandar Log's talking like he wants to keep this throne, so we might have lost a 2-point throne here to Bandar Log. I don't really feel like fighting him for it. But that's okay. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caps. And Facia might have Mictlan, Nabah, and his own, so 3 caps. I don't think he's going to get Ulm. I think Bandar Log's going to end up with Ulm. So we're not so far behind compared to the other players. We're going to have this nice secure patch of land in the middle. Yeah, it's a relatively uneventful turn. We're just climbing up Thaumaturgy. I want to get Thaum 7, which is Charm, so that I can charm Bogus and his band of merry crew right here after I'm done with Agartha. So I'm not really even in a hurry right now to take Agartha, especially after seeing that his god's online. Like I don't have any need. Yeah, that's turn 48. Let's jump to turn 49. Wrong game. Network, coronavirus game B. Turn 39. Yeah, so current turn, trading Ulm stuff, trading Uruk stuff, get more specters off, get an arcane probing with, because we've actually found a specter that has astral. We still need lots more astral specters. Stone Circle and Forest of Delights is 2 Earth sites, sorry, 3 nature gems, so, ooh, gotta be careful here. This is my current turn. So we actually have 25 raw nature gems coming in a turn. So it's just nature's now in second place, or tied for second with fire as our most common gem type that's coming naturally. Ulm still has Well of Misery up. Bandar Log and Facia tried to dispel it. Thankfully it didn't work for them. So Ulm is going to have lots of death gems. I'm not sure what he's going to use his death gems for. Pretenders of the World, Ulm. Yeah, you're not going to do much with your death gems, are you? Trying to remember, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing. I can't, unless his research is way better than I think it is. The only thing he's going to do with death gems is summon Wraith Lords, which are scary. Yeah, I'm just going to skip the messages, guys. There's no commander here, so this battle is haphazard. The Magma Childs are magic beans. Magic beans require magic leadership. Yeah, there's very few like tags that are actually good. Mindless is one of the few tags that I think has a positive associated with it. Like magic beans means you're susceptible to rules of magic beans, whereas if you aren't a magic bean, you get to ignore all the magic bean rules. Yeah, Panic Apostate, Wrecking Face here. Easily killing barbs. So again, the trick here is Soul Vortex increases the rate of fatigue recovery while he's getting his buffs off, so that by the time he does get hit, his fatigue isn't too bad, and he's actually completed his buff cycle, whereas normally he would be completely fatigued out by the time his buff cycle is done. Should be similar here. I don't even think I give this guy any support. Oh, I did. This is the weaker guy because he doesn't have heroic quickness. He's fatigued out, but as soon as they engage him, Soul Vortex saves the day and he starts coming back awake. Perfect. So we scout the throne, see what's here, decide to send 2 thugs, that should do it. We're still sieging the cap. I'm not going in yet because I'm scared. I'm really hoping that he sends his pretender out because I've got a few thugs here designed specifically to catch a pretender. Like, look at this guy. He could fly back there and kill it. Um, like, it'd be, maybe I should even put it on a water. If I had an extra water random, I don't. But if I did, this would go on a guy who could catch quicken self, because this thing hits like a truck against undead. Yeah, we fail a thug here. You'll notice the thing that's missing with this thug is he doesn't have a group of guys to help him stay alive longer. I cast personal regeneration. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been casting Strength of Gaia. It won't matter um, at all because his fatigue is going to go to 0 and his HP is going to go all the way up. So we're going to run this out. But what happens is there's necromancers here. So he gets surrounded by units that Soul Vortex doesn't work on. So now all of the living units are dead. So he's still quickened, so he's getting lots of attacks off each turn. But these guys are cold resistant, so the Frostbrand doesn't help a ton. And he's going to fatigue out because he's quickened and in the cold. And when he fatigues out, he's going to die. He still makes it to turn 33 here. Yeah. It's a sad story, that one. But he becomes heroic. And dying heroically is all that really matters. Lightning reflexes, that's a great heroic trait. I think that's it. Yeah, these battles are all one-sided. I don't really feel like watching them. This kind of gives away how little I actually watch battles when they happen. That's one of the things that's really nice about watching the turns back, as I get to see what's actually going on. Skull Mentor is a really sweet item to get. We get our first arena battle. We're going to send a guy in there. This guy. 2 Swords of Swiftness. So that's 4 attacks at 34 damage per turn. 6 Sleep Vines. He's got really little protection, but he's got flying. And he comes in blessed with a Girdle of Might, so reinvigoration. His script is Quicken Self to double these attacks and attack rear. So he's going to be attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1, 2, 6, 12. 6 plus 12. He's getting 18 attacks per turn. I think this means he's going to fatigue out quickly, but he also should fry anything he comes into contact with. That's why I'm calling him the Carrion Blender. 18 attacks per turn is just way too many attacks per turn. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. Oh, we patrol out a false prophet here. I need to pay more attention to my turns, is what is going on here. A false prophet would have saved me hugely. Research, no, research, read messages. Yeah, it wasn't even this turn. Was it this turn? Where's Nazca? Yeah, it was this turn. This turn we patrol out Nazca and find a false prophet. If I had looked here, I would have seen that a Secretarian movement had moved in a few turns ago, and I would have stopped patrolling the province when that happened to allow like someone else's Dominion to come in. By patrolling it out, I'm ensuring that my Dominion stays here, and my Dominion is terrible, and I don't want that. So I made a crappy no item thug that's going to try and take this province. I made another series of no item thugs out of the specters that have no useful paths. That's going to try and take this province. We are holding off on all action for a turn with the anticipation of having action in future turns. But it's pause right now. We're playing pause. I need to secure more thrones to win. My win condition right now requires me to have this throne, this throne, this throne, and this throne. Political things might mean I don't get this throne anymore, and then I need to get this throne. And all of that is still hard. Like, this is not an easy game. There's 14 points required to win, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 level 1s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level 2s, so 6 level 2s, that's 12 points, plus 7 is 19 points, plus 3 is 3 times 3 is 28 points. So exactly half the throne points are required to win. And the trouble is I have a lot, relatively speaking, of level 1 thrones. I've got the Brass Throne and Throne of Summer that I already own. The Throne of Stars is within reach, and I'm going to be taking the Throne of the Second Age. So that's a lot of effort to secure 1-point thrones. Contrast my position with Urik's position over here. Urik's cap is this. He has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point throne, and he hasn't really had to reach very far. So he really has 9 points within reach without having to cross into another pretender's territory that far. He does have to cross, but not that far. Contrast that with my position here where I've had to like travel a further distance. So these two are kind of in my territory. So that's 2 throne points because they're both level 1 thrones. 3, 4 throne points here. But this one's on the other side of Shinuyama. These two I'm going through both Shinuyama and Agartha's territory to get. Going through Vanarus's territory to get this one. And I'm just gonna like, technically there's no one in between me and this throne, but like if I have to get that, like it's gonna be a war with Phaecia and Urik. And that's a huge fight. Yeah, grabbing this throne, like this throne is in Naba's cap circle. So technically I'd have to go through Nazca and Naba to end up with this throne. Yeah, just a long haul to get all these thrones. Really, this throne victory requires a total victory to get. Like, there's almost no point in playing for a throne rush with these kinds of settings. Anyway, I'm going to double check this guy because I'm so proud of him. Double check his script because I'm so proud of it. Oh, I don't play quicken self. I just do attack rear. Okay, so rather than have what did I say, like 18 attacks per turn? It's just going to be 9. 9 attacks is still a lot of attacks. Maybe it's 10 attacks. Yeah, 10 attacks instead of 20 attacks per turn. 10 attacks per turn. Geez, guys, that seems like a lot. Especially when he's going to fly to rear immediately. He's already blessed, which is going to be a little bit helpful with invulnerability. But it's unlikely I'm going to fight someone without magic weapons, so invulnerability won't matter. The strength will help, and the magic weapons will help, just in case body ethereal is cast. And the shock, poison, and fire resistance will almost certainly help, and could very well win me the battle. Like, even though Swords of Swiftness don't have an elemental effect, I'm still bringing in cold weapons. So cold weapons on 10 damage, 10 different attacks. So I'm doing 10 instances of 8 damage, of 8 cold damage, which would be negated by having decent cold resistance. Yeah, that's the current turn. I can't believe I actually caught up to where we are. Turn 49. I've told the other players I'm aiming for victory by turn 60. So turn 60 gives me 10 turns. So it's probably going to be turn 51 by the time I take Agartha. And then I'll have 9 turns to secure these 4 thrones. So Yeah, I'm pressed for time. I might not achieve a turn 60 victory. It could be closer to turn 70 or 80, which I'd rather not have happen. We're well past the point where I've peaked. The Asphodel has a lull after my key battle magic has been researched before you get Tartarians. And really, Tartarians, I don't really have an option other than Tartarians. So I would need enchantment 7 to get Gift of Health, which I have the nature income to support a large casting of Gift of Health. And for Conjuration, I can get Tartarian Gate. Death 7 means I need a Ring of Sorcery, a actually, no, I should be able to do this. No, I do need. So I can get Death 4 on my units. So Death 4 plus a Skull Staff is Death 5, plus a Skull Face is Death 6, plus a Ring of Sorcery is Death 7. So I'll be able to cast Tartarian Gate, and I will be able to cast both Divine Name and Gift of Reason to turn them into commanders if they don't come out as commanders. So I can turn both my Astral Pearls and my Nature Gems into additional Tartarians. And yeah, my income here is just excellent for making our Tartarian super combatants and Tartarian battlecasters. So I definitely have an option for late game, but that's a big lull if I have to wait that long. I'll be researching at 2,000 per turn most likely, but that's still like Conjuration 9 is a big ask. So I'd rather not wait for it. Anyway, those are the turns. Join me next for turn 50. Actually, let's take a quick look at score graphs while I'm here. It's been such a long episode already. No sense in stopping. The thing you'll notice about my score graphs is they're very linear. So this is expansion. This is Nazca, engaging with Nazca. This is beating Nazca. This is repositioning. This is engaging Agartha and Vanarus. And this is punching through Vanarus into Agartha. So that's the story of the game so far. Forts this is absurd. I'm making almost 1 fort a turn these days. That's way too many forts. Not even a Scales nation can support that many forts, in my opinion. Sorry, that's not true. A Scales nation could for sure support that many forts, but you would never want to build that many. Income, it doesn't look like I'm a pop kill nation because I'm expanding so hard. As hard as I possibly can. It's actually inverting upwards. Gem income, these days looks pretty linear, and it's actually gonna start trending down, I think, because I'm gonna slow a touch. I need to be making basically generating an extra 5 gems per turn to keep up this kind of pace, and that's not gonna happen. Like things like this, that's finding a 10 gem site, casting Mother Oak. That's a 10 gem turn. What's more likely is these slopes here, these are like 5 gem turns. Research, you can see where our pretender was researching until we fought Nazca. Then we fought Nazca and we started researching for ourselves. And then here, there's a little kink in the bend you can see. We started building research items here. And then it's gone linear because I'm using so many of my mages proportionally for other things other than research. Dominion, not really important. Army size, the only thing that's important here is that it's growing. You can see some of our big battles causes breaks in the growth, but there actually hasn't been a big battle in the last series of turns. So I'm starting to run into logistics problems, trying to get my troops to the front, because I would say down here is probably my next biggest competitor with army size. Maybe they're up half my size. But this is just excess. And like, look at how quickly it's replenishing. I don't need this. Bandar Log is leading with throne points Good for Bandar Log. Just picked up a 2-point throne this turn. Throne of Fortune. Um, yeah, we need to get on it. This is where we need to get the win, guys. Sweet. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.